Hello everybody! Dumpsack01, Ron Victor here, and here I am joined by...
Zainreborn. Did I get cut off there?
No.
No.
And
Oh.
King Kaiju.
Wow,
Original.
that was a very depressing King Kaiju.
Yeah.
Okay, so, so since Primal Attack is coming to an end, I think we have like two figures to be released left. So,
Which would be?
the Gallimimus and the Trudon.
Oh.
No, there's a couple more.
no. I could have sworn the Troodon was out already, but okay.
Is it? Because
I
I've just
spots
seen... go on.
There were spots in Germany where it was actually found recently, along with the Dimorphodon, the Gallimimus, and the new Baryonyx and Pteranodon.
But none of us have gotten our hands on them yet, so therefore they haven't really been released because they aren't in our areas.
I mean, I don't plan on getting the Troodon anyway. I've already made my own Troodons.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, before Movies United.
Yeah. In fact, I think they're appearing in the next episode I'm making.
Ooh. So.
Yeah, but enough about my shameless plugins. Back to what this video is actually about.
Okay, because apparently there's been a trademark for Universal's next... for Mattel's next Jurassic World line, which is apparently going to be called Dino Escape. Now, do you three have any comments on that?
It's the next line. That's about all I got.
Yeah. And so, just like for every single dinosaur that's been released so far, they've been released in different categories, I guess?
And different countries.
Yeah. Since all three of us here probably have most, if not all, of the figures, if we put all of our collections together, I thought it would be good for us to get together and talk about our hopes for the new line.
What was that?
Sorry, hold on.
Are you serious?
Okay. Sorry.
While we wait for Kaiju to return...
I'm back.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
That was quick.
Parents are just being a bit loud. That's why you guys hear background noise. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so before we...
we were supposed to react to the whole new line thing. Yay, woohoo.
Okay, so before we actually dive into the individual categories, what are your hopes just going in? Without knowing anything.
Kaiju, you first.
I hope it's not just a bunch of repaints. I hope we get a good number of species this time around. And what I've seen from the links, it doesn't exactly seem like there's going to be a ton of new species, but maybe those are just fabricated. I don't know. I'm just hoping that we don't get a mainly repaint year. I'm hoping that it's pretty evened out like it was this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Like, like during the what was it, the Dino Rivals thing, was that mostly repaints or was that also a lot of new species?
I would say that most of those were repaints.
We got a good number of them, like a new species.
Yeah.
I think we got like around 20 or something.
Did we?
Yeah. Because the way I see it, it's just like every year they always include a good number of new species. Like the first year was all new. Second year it was still like relatively new, so repaints were kind of still welcome because there might be second chance to get those creatures. And then the third year, which was what was it, Primal Attack, that one included a lot of new creatures as well as repaints. So I'm expecting the same with this year. A lot of a good amount of new species, but still there's going to be repaints, and obviously there's going to be a new T-Rex and stuff like that.
Yep.
Definitely.
So, it seems like our hopes going in is that there's more original species and less repaints, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's one of my hopes. Apparently, there's
Though
gonna be.
I wouldn't. Though I
Go
am
ahead.
expecting repaints,
Oh yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
mostly because of baryonyx, due to our last conversation about the Grim, Chaos, and Limbo.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
And considering that actually no, Grim hasn't been released yet because he's apparently supposed to be released in the primal attack range. So Chaos and Limbo will probably be repaints next year.
Hmm.
I think we've already gotten Limbo in like that big Stegosaurus and Baryonyx set. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be Limbo.
It was?
Hmm.
I think so.
Actually, once Grim gets released, we might already have all the Baryonyxes, because Chaos looks a lot like the original Baryonyx. Maybe Limbo could be the one that was in the package with the Stegosaurus, and Grim could be the one that's actually original.
So then
Yeah.
Grim gets all the love, and the other two are just there.
Yeah.
Honestly, Grim looks the best out of all of them, so I can see why.
Okay.
So, so in the dinosaur, in the next line there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 different categories. Our first,
Okay.
our first category is called Wild Attack, which is basically going to be the Savage Strikes because they're actually going to have action features.
Yeah, I heard
The
about that.
which one's the Savage Strikes again? Is it like the small ones that are like horrible paint jobs and they don't really do anything?
They're like the Postosuchus, the
Oh,
Styracosaurus, the
okay. Oh, yeah. That,
Pachycephalosaurus.
right. The other one was the attack pack. Sorry, I get them mixed up since one is like a cheaper dollar store version of the other one.
So,
Yeah.
what are your hopes for this line? I mean for this part of the line.
I've heard there's
Uh,
gonna be interactive dinosaurs. Like you can, I assume, like put your hand in front of them and they'll do something. That kind of sounds a bit
What?
weird to me, but
that's
that's just what I.
that definitely doesn't sound right for like a dinosaur that's supposed to be like the cheapest of the group.
No, no, no. I think you might be getting that confused with something else, because from what I've heard, the wild attacks are basically going to be the savage strikes.
Huh. I have heard they're gonna be making baby dinosaurs as well. I forgot
Yeah,
what the
I
exact
actually saw
species.
like I think one a video I saw a while back said something about a baby Ceratops.
Oh yeah. That was it. Yeah. So I'm hoping that they'll
Yes,
make more
but wasn't
baby
that supposed to be
dinosaurs.
for the line for Dominion, which will probably get pushed back until 2022?
That's kind of something I'm wondering if they'll do. Will they make this year the Dominion line? Because it was supposed to come out this year or next year, I should say. But I'm just wondering if they'll maybe do that or something else.
I highly doubt that. What I probably think might have happened is Universal said to Mattel, "Hey, think of ideas for a backup line just in case we need to delay Dominion, and so therefore the toys won't spoil anything a year before Dominion gets released."
Or Mattel messes up and releases that line anyway, and then we just get a whole bunch of spoiler toys.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with a track record at the moment.
Yeah,
Or who
maybe.
knows? Maybe I'm just confusing that with the Funko leak for FNAF Security Breach.
Oh yeah, Scott's comment. Ah yes, Scott's comment was so passive aggressive.
Hey, Funko, for 5 minutes, can you stop leaking things for 5 minutes? Anyway, enough about that. Back to the toys. Do we have any confirmed species aside from the baby Nazuto?
Yeah, the baby in the Zudo. I'm not sure what to do with that.
I say the Baby Nazuto is probably for the Dominion line, So
yeah. So sorry. I mean, so do we have any species confirmed for this line
no,
I
we are,
mean,
aside from blue, of course?
and the T-Rex.
blue
Well,
T-Rex,
no, like for
Triceratops,
this like the
definitely.
new savage stripe thing.
Oh, of
In
course.
that
Oh, I'm
No.
not sure. I'm not sure at all. Yeah, I don't know.
No species have been confirmed so far. As of
Yeah.
us,
But we
as of us recording this.
Yeah.
But we can assume that since it's replacing attack pack, we're just gonna expect to see something like Dimorphodon, but with some new wing flapping action, and then we have some dinosaurs with a tail swipe or a head bob or a kick or something.
That would actually be pretty cool, like a Savage Strike Dimorphodon. We've only had like attack pack so far. I'd like to see what that maybe.
Okay,
Yeah,
can I just say something?
Go ahead.
This sort of comes in later on, but it mentions something about capture gear. Now,
Oh yeah.
I
heard
really
about that.
hope capture gear comes with every single dinosaur. That would be
Actually,
great.
that would make sense considering it's called Dino Escape. That would to like include every set with some form of net or a cage or maybe even like just some random reskinned guard hunter thing.
What I imagine is like, for example, if it was for a Dimorphodon, it would come with exclusive capture gear for it to stop it from flapping its wings, but when you press a button to make it flap its wings, it breaks out of the capture
Oh,
gear.
that sounds something along those lines, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I see it, it sounds more like they would just make it come up with a net or a cage.
Uh, I will admit I mainly said that because that is very similar to what Kenner did with the Lost World line. So I'm kind of
really?
hoping for a repeat there.
No, yeah, same.
But though I guess in exchange they'd probably cut down the paint and it'll be just like two colors and it's missing its eyes or something. I don't know.
You just buy the figure and it has no eyes. It just has
Well, I mean,
holes.
just look at the first Protoceratops. It took me like a month before I realized, oh, it has pupils.
Really?
It's just
I
a
mean,
case of you being blind.
Actually, looking at it right now, I can barely see the pupils. They're so
That's
small.
because it's yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Actually, thinking about
Go on.
this cages thing does get me thinking about like back when Mattel they used to like upload videos of like mini dinosaur fights on their channel,
Mhm.
and then the dinosaurs would come with these like really nice looking cages. No one knows about those.
Nope,
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
remember that. I would wish they would do like more dioramas, kind of, where they included like set pieces.
Mhm.
That would be nice.
So, like for example, it would be a sort of playset, and it would come with destructible cages and maybe a destructible vehicle.
Oh yeah, like
Maybe even a
Structosaurs. Yeah.
oh yeah, those came to my country, didn't they?
Yep, they didn't come to ours.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky Canada.
You didn't miss much. They're not that great.
Really?
I mean, I guess the most attractive one was like this Velociraptor looking, this really nice Velociraptor paint. But I never bought any of them because I don't think my mom was too keen on buying doubles.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
move. So, do you guys believe we're finished with the wild attack?
Yeah, let's move on to some of the bigger fish.
Yeah, because the next one is interesting, which is human packs. Apparently,
Oh, yeah.
it would come with a dinosaur and a human.
Oh, so like are we talking about like a human and like a mini dinosaur, or like a human and like an attack pack or something?
I don't know, but
Hmm.
but as far as we know, maybe the human figure. I have several questions from when it comes to the humans. Will these humans be humans from Camp Cretaceous? will these be humans like Owen and Claire again? Or will these just be generic soldiers?
I can guarantee that it will be Owen will be there will be at least 2 Owens.
I hope we get more kids from Camp Cretaceous. Like, we only have Darius so far, so I'd hope that they'd make, like, another one with
I mean,
maybe
if,
Kenji or something.
and
yeah, I mean, if
Go on.
not, I'll just make them myself.
even then, Darius wasn't even released in England, so if they
He released here. He
Go on.
actually appeared in my local Toys R Us.
really,
Yes, I actually bought it.
so like, if the human packs were centered around the humans from Camp Cretaceous, it would be like Darius would come with a repackage of Toro.
I don't think it. Would it they really go that expensive? I'm like, when I think human pack, I'm thinking like an attack pack dinosaur, like a Stygimoloch or a Velociraptor, not
Oh, they
something
could probably
big
do, like,
a
something with
T-Rex.
Bumpy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ben and Bumpy. That sounds about right.
that would
Where's
be
that pack?
perfect. I would buy
Like,
that
that's
even
like
though I already have a Bumpy.
Same. Yeah, I'd buy it too, just for, like Kenji figure.
I will say, if it did go misdirection, and if it did make a Kenji figure, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Of course.
Considering he was my favorite character.
Yeah, true. I would just, though I think I'll probably just end up making them.
But I will say, I do kind of want the characters from Camp Cretaceous, but just hear me out here. I kind of want some like generic soldiers, because look at the toy line, look at the humans so far. They're all just kind of big names like Owen and Claire, and we really only have 2 expendable soldiers, which could sort of limit the games a child plays, because if it came packaged with a generic soldier, a child could take that human and make it their own character instead of it just being Owen or Claire.
Yeah, exactly. I'd actually like
I
them
mean,
to make more ACU people.
yeah, that would be nice. Maybe someone in an ACU uniform. That would be cool.
Yeah, I
Oh
would.
yeah.
Though, let's be real. Knowing Mattel, they probably just give us the same 3 mercenaries we've seen. The black,
Oh,
the
yeah.
black one, the one with the sunglasses, and the guy who's just wearing a hat, who came with the Stiggy.
Wheatley.
Oh.
That was
supposed to be
Wheatley?
No.
That's not Wheatley. No.
The one which came with the one which came with Stiggy is a remold of Wheatley. Well,
It is?
yeah. I'm holding the 2 figures side by side, and the black mercenary is a repaint of Wheatley.
Okay, you learn something new every day.
Yes, you do.
Although, let's be real, we're also gonna have like 2 Owens and then more Owens to the Owen army I'm building.
Who buys the Owens? I just bought for the one which came with Baby Blue and didn't get any others.
I mean, the only reason I have to keep buying them is because he's in a set that involves another thing I want, like I don't know, a Dracorex or a vehicle or the baryonyx I use in Dino duels.
How many Owens do you used to have?
Let me think. Kaiju, go first.
I have 3 because I bought, well, technically 2 because 2 of them are just like repacks. And then I have 1 that came with the baryonyx set. So I think
I have
3.
I have 5.
5. You have
I'm
more
trying to
Owens than the entire Raptor squad. You could have 1 Owen per Raptor.
I mean, let me look at my Raptors. I have like 2 Charlies, 3 Blues, and one of the others. I mean, one each of the others.
I don't even know how many raptors I have.
And that's just the Raptor squad. I also have 1 extra Raptor. So yeah, I have an army of Owens and an army of Raptors ready to take over the world. Next up, Baryonyx army.
I wouldn't mind that, considering that Baryonyx is a British dinosaur.
Okay, so
Go on.
so that's all for the human packs or something.
Yep. Next, we
Like,
have
we're-
the... What were you going to say?
no, I was just gonna recap, but I think people have heard enough. So go on.
Okay, so we have the roar attacks, which are basically the sound strikes.
So when I hear that, when you say that, do you mean like the originals where you just click a button, they close their mouth and they make a sound, or the recent ones where you wave their tail and they never shut up?
From what it sounds like, it does sound more like the ones which just got released, but maybe it will be like a feature where you wave the tail, and if it does come with capture gear, it will break free from it.
And make a sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking at another noisy bugger.
Yeah. Which is the last thing I need on my shelf.
I mean, let's see how many of those I have. I have the Cryo, I have the Para, and I have the Edmontosaurus.
I have 2. The Sinoceratops and the Majungasaurus. Kaiju?
Right, you have the Sino.
Yes, I do. Hey, Kaiju? You're still there?
I did hear some background noise. He must have run off to see his parents or something.
Oh. Kaiju just left. He just left partway through. Is he still on the call?
Sorry, I'm
He's
back.
still in the.
Oh.
Sorry.
Say his name and he shall return.
He rises
Sorry, I
from the
had to do that.
dust.
Anyways, what were we saying?
Okay. So
We were talking about
Go
how the noisy dinosaurs, the one like Allosaurus, Baryonyx, Cryolophosaurus.
how many roar attacks from Primal Attack do you have?
What do you mean?
How many? I mean, like, how many?
How many sound strikes do you have?
Yeah, because I said the wrong name.
Oh, currently I have all the new species, and that's it. Oh, and the Parasaurolophus.
All of them.
All of them?
All of the new species. There's only one repaint that I have. Like, I have the Cryolophosaurus, the Edmontosaurus, the Parasaurolophus, that's the only repaint, the Majungasaurus, and the Irritator.
Well,
Oof.
you don't have the Sino.
Oh, yeah, and the Sino, sorry.
Oh, he has the Sino.
Oof.
You're the odd one out here, Zane.
E.
Okay, so as for possible dinos we want in this line, I want a brand new Allosaurus which can actually stand.
I think they should make
True.
a bigger Allosaurus.
Huh?
Yeah, that is, both of those are true.
Because the one we got for the Dino Rivals, that was too small in my opinion.
I mean, I have both
Go on.
Allosauruses, and both of them can only stand when they're like upright, not in the
Yeah.
default position. They just topple over.
Well,
Yeah.
well, just like you, Zane, I have both of them, and my one from Fallen Kingdom just gave up standing a few weeks ago. So now I don't have a single standing Allosaurus, which is my second favorite dinosaur.
Oof. Big oof.
I want a new Allosaurus which can actually stand.
And I think Kaiju's on the right track that it should be a lot bigger. Like the
Mhm.
Carnotaurus seems about right.
It
Exactly.
it would be nice if it was around the size. It would be nice if it was around the size of the Carnotaurus, but I highly doubt it would upgrade it. It's just so they would keep consistency with each other.
True, that is true. We're probably gonna get like the original Allosaurus, but it's repainted. I don't know, purple with pink stripes, and its toenails are still not painted.
Well, to be honest, apart from the toenails bit, I wouldn't actually mind that. Because I like my dinosaurs to be colourful. I hate bland colours.
Well, it depends what kind. I don't know. Anyway, what species do I want? I'm thinking, another herbivore.
Yes.
I like more hadrosaurs.
Yes, I want to see more herbivores because one thing I was definitely worried about was too many carnivores, and that seems to be a big issue that has definitely shown up. Yes.
Yeah, looking at my shelves, most of them are carnivores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
Yes.
all these, and then again, the way they treat the herbivores and make them all tiny, like the biggest, I think, minus the Brachiosaurus, the biggest herbivore is probably the Amargasaurus, and
Yeah.
everything else is just like like normal size with the rest of the dinosaurs, or just not even bigger than a raptor.
Mm-hmm. Which it
But
is,
hey,
which it is kind of obvious why. It's obviously because the herbivores don't sell as well as the carnivores.
yeah.
Be,
But I
be,
think
be,
I've
go
mentioned
on.
this many times before how herbivores are just seen as inferior to carnivores and how that just infuriates me.
Mm-hmm. Herbivores,
So,
herbivores are equal to carnivores. They are not their food.
yes, herbivores are meant to outnumber carnivores even.
Yes.
Exactly. Stop racism.
Herb lives matter. Oh God, that
Hashtag
feels
save the
awful.
herbs.
I shouldn't have said that. Oh no.
Said what?
2020 has done too much.
You gotta edit that part out.
I'll probably keep it in. just so I can be cancelled in like 10 years.
Okay. Okay. Next. Next on the list.
Whew. Next, and our last, we have the Mega Destroyers, which are apparently the massive biters, but these lot are confirmed, if all this is true, to come with capture gear.
Ah.
Let's go.
Okay, so were you expecting like a bunch of carnivores with face masks with muzzles that can break off the minute you press a button?
I'd assume something like that. I'd like to see a Stegosaurus with like a something similar to the Lost World line, where it has something around its tail and it can break out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also, can I just say, I hate how you just said how the dinosaurs would have face masks. 2020 really has done too much, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kaiju, you're hoping for a Stegosaurus?
That is what he said, yes.
What do you say? Sorry, he lagged out for me.
What
He said
dinosaurs do you want?
I mean,
Besides the
Kaiju
What
Stegosaurus.
do I want?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I'm
okay.
thinking. I mean, I'm just predicting here. There's probably going to be another Suchomimus.
Oh, I hope
hopefully
not.
another-
I despise Suchomimus because of the last one.
So, do you hate it's like? What about the original one?
I don't have
the
the
original
original
one.
because once again, it was barely released in the UK, so I wasn't able to get it. So I had to put up with the horrendous Banana Baryonyx, which I'd say, hands down, is the worst figure in my collection.
Okay, so basically you just don't like its colors, right?
It's not just that; it's that it feels so poorly made. The action features are so flimsy. It, every single time I press a button, my skin
Okay,
nearly gets caught between the spines.
okay,
The
okay.
color
Chill.
is
We've heard
awful.
this before.
When I touch it, it feels like it's gonna fall apart. It's so cheap.
I really opened a can of worms there, didn't I?
Yes,
Yeah.
if I do end up making more reviews, that is on the top of my list to make.
Okay, but what happens if they actually fixed all the problems with their Suchomimus and actually gave it a good-looking color scheme?
I'd full on say
Oh,
that I don't like the sculpt from the start. It's too skinny for me. I mean,
Okay.
like these are giant carnivores. They're kind of meant to have some bulk to them. Meanwhile, from the previous Baryonyx, it's just skinny.
Okay, well, okay, I think I thought of a dinosaur I want to see in this line.
Okay.
Apatosaurus.
Ooh. I don't
I feel
think.
like that's.
Go on.
I feel like that would be the. Well, actually, let's see what you had to say first.
I don't.
me?
I don't think the Apatosaurus would be given justice in the Mega Destroyer line. I reckon the Apatosaurus would be better in the Super Colossal line, like the Brachiosaurus.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that would be better.
I agree, but seeing how horrible Mattel treats their herbivores, I feel like that's what they would do, and they would just take the Amargasaurus, remodel it a little, and then bada bing, bada boom, that's their Apatosaurus.
Sadly,
Yeah.
I don't know. Something I would really like to see is like a Shantungosaurus. Although that's
Ooh.
with that being said, that is a massive dinosaur, so I'm not sure if they would make it.
Shantungus. I'm trying to remember. Is that a Hadrosaur or a Stegosaur?
It is basically the largest non-sauropod dinosaur. It's a hadrosaur.
Ah.
It's a massive. It's bigger than T-Rex.
Okay,
Well,
so
that-
basically, Zane, do you remember the massive Hadrosaur in the Isle?
Yes. Now I know what you're talking
That's
about.
it.
Yeah. Though seeing Mattel once again, just take the Edmontosaurus, redesign it a bit. There's your Shantungosaurus.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, something that I noticed really is that the Edmontosaurus is really small. For like
Yeah,
an
it's tiny.
Edmontosaurus.
Yes, I think that's what I've been saying. All the herbivores have been downsized to make the carnivores look more bigger and tougher. So that's why I'm also like, I want to see more herbivores, but at the same time, I don't want to see more herbivores because they're all going to be puny.
Okay. Even though we have had this discussion before about the Allosaurus probably not being upgraded to Mega Destroyer because to keep consistency, but I say the Triceratops needs to be a Mega Destroyer
Oh yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
because
I want to see a super colossal Triceratops.
that would be great. But T-Rex and Triceratops, rivals of their time, forged in furious battles over millions of years of evolution with each other. Meanwhile, in the toy line, the Triceratops isn't even half the size of the T-Rex.
Big rip.
Very, very sad. Not very buggers. Not even gonna lie.
This is depressing. Now I'm just realizing how that it's not just Jurassic World evolution that makes the herbivores look bad. It's and the entire society. They just say, look, herbivores aren't as marketable as carnivores, so we're not going to put as much effort into them.
Yeah, because put your mind into the head of a kid. Which one would you rather buy? The food or the hunter?
The food. I was a weird kid.
Well, most kids, considering I think I could say this considering I have a nephew and a niece, if you gave them the option, they would choose the hunter. 100%. They would choose the hunter and ignore the herbivore.
That actually, from my experience of kids coming down here every now and then, they would pick the one with wings.
Really?
100%. Every time a kid comes down here to play, they always go for the one with wings. The biggest pterosaur I have, they always pick it.
Well, from my experience, they always go for the biggest because they love the super colossal Brachiosaurus. They touch it more than I do.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah, so something I think they could really, really do is not only like the Apatosaurus, but just like other sauropods. It would probably be very, very hard for them to make, but I'm pretty sure they would definitely sell like a Mamenchisaurus.
Oh, that would be great.
That's one that
Diplodocus, please.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Mm.
Mamenchisaurus and Corythosaurus are definitely two ones that we definitely need because those were in the movies, but still have not been seen yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so as for the mega destroyers, we are kind of ignoring the carnivores a bit because yeah, the herbivores are really underrated, but what do we want from the carnivores?
Let me just pull another one. Seeing how they're going to go as obscure as adding Cyats, I'm gonna go really bizarre here and say Saurophaganax. Sure, why not?
Oh,
Maybe.
yes, because then would actually have a physical form. And yes, I've been waiting to do that for months.
And also, while we're on the topic of Saurophaganax, if they do make a Saurophaganax, I want a specific color scheme. I want at least to see the colors black in there somewhere.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
care if I don't care if it's gonna look like a copy of the Tarbosaurus. I don't care. I want a black Saurophaganax. I don't want to see a green one. I don't want to see a pink one. I don't want to see a rainbow one. I want to see a black one.
Yes, imagine a pink Saurophaganax.
Nah,
Considering
to be real,
Go
that
ahead.
would probably just be their secondary Saurophaganax, not their first. The first one is always like a normal color. The second one is like go crazy.
Yeah, they usually do that. Like most of their figures, the first one's usually pretty tame, and the next one is just alright. Let's go balls to the walls, insane.
That is true.
Okay, so kaiju. As for carnivores, what do you want from the Mega Destroyer line?
Probably another Tyrannosaur, like a Gorgosaur or a Daspletosaurus. That one would I'd love to see, since they always give us at least one Tyrannosaur every year.
True. That is true.
Of course,
We have had a Herbivores and a Tarbosaurus. Yep, that's true.
and then the Alioramus as well, and then debatably the Proceratosaurus.
Yeah. Also, I just realized on my comment about the whole they start out tame and then they release them with crazy colors. I think that might be like on purpose to get people to buy more or something.
Yeah.
You release the first one and they say, "Hey, this is like, hey, you want to get this one? This might be the only one." They're like, "Okay." Oh, hey, guess what? We made the same one, but more colorful. Okay.
A
I just
Yeah, that's
purple
definitely.
Seat. Think of that.
Oh.
A purple Seat.
Sayats?
Oh,
Yes.
that would be.
I would
I don't think I would like
unironically
that too
love
much.
that.
I would probably unironically hate that. I don't like that color scheme on like dinosaurs. When I see it most of the time, it's pretty ugly in my opinion. Like purple they use.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you know the raptor they released, right? The purple one.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
Yeah, that
I don't know what
raptor
you're talking
looks.
about since I never saw that raptor. I
The
mean, the only
the
purple ones I have is like the Concha Venator, which I really not a fan of.
Ugh.
The Dilophosaurus, which I'm okay with. I like it.
oh yeah,
And nope, that I mean, I guess the Quetz counts since it has purple on the wings, but that one's more yellow than purple.
Mhm.
to be honest, most of those guys are pretty ugly, and yeah, I really don't like it on most of the figures. The Dilophosaurus is the only one which I like because that figure I think is actually pretty good, like the action feature, and we don't get too many Dilophosaurus figures nowadays, so
We literally
I
just
I
got
thought that
one.
was good, but we got the Dilophosaurus this year, yes, but that was the only one we've gotten this year. Last year we got that one. I think the first year we got a lot that year, but still.
Mhm.
I think we found the carnivore, the popular carnivore who gets the short end of the stick now.
Yep. But
That and Ceratosaurus.
but he. Oh, we need a new Ceratosaurus model.
I haven't bought a single Ceratosaurus solely because, well, mostly because the one that keeps appearing in my store is colored like poop and I hate it,
Oh,
but also
that
because
one.
it's
That one's dreadful.
yeah. But then I just look at its like even if it had the original colors, I just look at its face and I'm like, nah.
I will
Yeah,
say
they
I have
definitely.
the original Ceratosaurus, and I don't have it on display because first off, it can't stand, and I do like the color scheme because it is the one from JP3, but the model just destroys it.
That is what
My
I said.
I
It has the
know,
ugliest, one of the ugliest faces in the Mattel line.
and
it's not just
with
Mattel. That is
go
pretty
on.
accurate to how JP3 looked. That looks pretty accurate to how it was in that film. However, that film Ceratosaurus looks very ugly. I'll agree with you there. The sculpt does not look very appealing.
But
Can I say what my favorite Ceratosaurus design is?
can I just finish first, please?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. But there's a chance of us getting a brand new Strato with it being in Cretaceous Season 2. Hmm? So
Unless it's
there's a
that one
chance.
that we saw in the box, like with the raptors.
But that was the mini one.
No, there's a bigger one too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's one that comes with like a Ceratosaurus and two raptors. One of them is blue, the other one is just some
Oh,
raptor.
that one.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's probably it.
Okay. Go ahead, Zane. Talk about your favorite Stratosaurus design.
I mean, I know how much everyone hates Jurassic Fight Club, and yes, I'm not a fan of it either. But unironically, the Ceratosaurus there is probably my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like its. I think because like its face mostly, like it's got this black spots where its eyes are supposed to be, so it just. I don't know. It's very nostalgic to me.
For me, it's the Papoceratosaurus.
For me, it's the Jurassic World Evolution one.
Really?
Yeah, that
Huh.
one looks a
Okay.
lot better.
Okay.
Okay, we all have some different opinions on the Cerato. Okay, nice
But
to see.
I think this will be our last word on Mega Destroyers. But if this doesn't interfere with Dominion, I want a Giga.
Oh.
No, I don't want a Giga. I need a Giga.
Well, I don't want to see a Giga to be the same size as a Tarbosaurus. I want to see it to be like the Spino and the T-Rex.
I would hope that they would do that, but I know since it isn't a big name in the franchise at the moment, I highly doubt that.
Oh, it's gonna get the Jurassic World evolution treatment when it first came out.
Yeah. Yeah, probably will.
I don't know.
Okay,
Considering some of their other figures, it might.
so is this all we had to say about the Mega Destroyers?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so we have gone over the four main categories. There's there's another sort of category which is more, which is extra things which which doesn't fit these four. Like the T-Rex, because we are guaranteed to get a new T-Rex.
Okay, I'm gonna try and predict what this T-Rex is gonna be. Okay, let's see. You just slap the T-Rex and it makes a loud roar and then it dances. There, that's your new T-Rex.
Capture Gear T-Rex. Capture Gear T-Rex.
Yes, I would love that. But the thing is,
Oh.
do you think the new T-Rex will be a improvement on the previous one or a downgrade?
By previous one, do you mean the epic roaring one that came out with Camp Cretaceous?
Yeah.
Depends. I really like the Camp Cretaceous T-Rex. I like that it's actually sturdy, unlike the first one. I like the way the mobility of the head, how I can make it turn left, right, up, down.
Hmm. And I'm actually debating getting it because it's on sale.
You should. It's worth it.
Yeah, because I messed around with the fashion throw for the most previous episode of Bedroom 99, and oh my tank, it was such a kerfuffle.
I know. I tried filming with both of them in a video, and the epic roaring, it's like so smooth. I just love it. And the thrash and throw, I want to rip my hair out. It's just such a pain to work with.
The thing is, I don't know if I should buy the Epic Roaring, because maybe I could wait for the next T-Rex, because it might be better, but could be worse, but there's a high chance the next T-Rex could come with capture gear.
True.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, here's a thought. Maybe you could buy it, keep it in the box and keep the receipt just in case.
Maybe. But the thing is, if I do get it, it'll most likely be for Christmas.
Oh.
So yeah, that would be a predicament.
Right. Not everyone shops the way I do.
So, for the T-Rex, what do you two want from it?
Capture Gear.
Let's I guess I would expect probably capture gear, yeah. Considering all the other dinosaurs have some. Well, the line is called Dino Escape, and they're all coming up with capture gear or something.
Okay.
Honestly, I
only
wouldn't mind if it
the
was just
Mega Destroyers have been confirmed to come with capture gear, but I want all of them to come with capture gear.
It would be
considering
pretty dumb if those are the only ones that come with capture gear, and they're probably like the ones that release the least amount of dinosaurs usually.
And the most expensive ones, apart from the
True.
higher
besides the
ones.
other.
Yeah.
Go on, Kaiju.
Considering the line's called Dino Escape, I wouldn't be surprised if they had more than just those figures having the capture gear. And I also wouldn't mind if it was a repaint of the what's the new one called? I forgot.
Epic Roaring?
Epic roaring.
Yeah, the Epic Roaring. I wouldn't mind if it was just a repaint of the Epic Roaring T-Rex, just with maybe like some different colorations, maybe, and some capture gear. That would be the ultimate T-Rex for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that being a thing.
So, our idea for the next T-Rex is basically the Epic Roaring with more.
Exactly.
Yes. I'll just say what I don't want. I don't want the bite and fight.
Oh
I don't want
yeah,
to
that was
fight and fight.
horrendous.
I like that. That just I just don't like it.
It took me like when the Biden Fights T-Rex came out, I never messed around with it because I never saw a review of it. But once I did watch a review of the Biden Fights T-Rex, and I didn't expect the gimmick, and I remember the first time I saw the gimmick of it biting, I had I had like a full-on disgust reaction because that feature where it pretty much nearly broke its neck to turn around and bite was awful.
It didn't look like a bite. It just looked like someone insulted it, and it just turned to look at them.
What you say, bro? What you say?
Did you just say you don't worship the almighty tank?
That T-Rex is not a toy. It's a meme.
Yes.
Who out here
We
saying
have
that
Tank,
Spinosaurus would win again?
Sue, and the Biden Fights T-Rex.
It's like the incarnation of T-Rex fanboys when someone says Spinosaurus would win again. It's like, what did you say? I've heard at least, well, actually, not even heard, I've seen that basically when you push in the button, it can actually catch your finger and like give you a good pinch. So that
Really?
doesn't really sound. Yeah, that doesn't really sound good for like kids. I'd
Definitely
imagine
not.
that probably wouldn't be a good feature for them.
Okay, so we've established that we want we want something along the lines of epic roaring, and we don't want anything to do with Biting or Memosaurus.
Mhm. We basically want the Biden. We basically want the epic roaring again.
Yeah.
That was a close, nice save.
Okay. So of course we're going to have a T-Rex. So what else do you think will be in the line?
Of like the giants.
Of anything that isn't a part of the
Oh.
normal four.
Let's see, maybe a Carnotaurus repaint, like
Uh,
the Control and Conquer Carnotaurus repaint.
if Toro
Because so
if Toro reappears in Camp Cretaceous Season 2, I
crippled Toro.
I imagine them like doing a slight resculpt as to where there's an actual dent as to where the scar would go, and of
Or
course,
they'll just paint red on him. They'll just take the old one and then splatter paint on it,
mhm.
and that's your new toy.
Go on.
I'd like if they do make another Toro, I'd like a not the what was it called, like the Control and Conquer one, because I think the sculpt on that is actually pretty ugly. The
Really?
jaw, it has a massive overbite, and I don't think that's good.
Basically, you want something along the lines of the first Carnotaurus.
Somewhat, yes. Just with that one didn't really it had a different scope than the design from the actual Carnotaurus. They haven't really gotten it right as of yet. That was
I
pretty
actually-
close though.
I was trying to find my first Carnotaurus. I had some trouble since it was hidden between the Indominus and the Mosasaurus, and I kept seeing its feet, but I couldn't find its face.
The Carno sandwich. Delicious.
Well, they don't call him toast for nothing.
Oh, that is no.
I don't find toast funny. And then the awkward silence.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, since we have humans, maybe we will have capture vehicles.
Yeah, they haven't made
That would be
vehicles in forever.
They haven't made vehicles since the original Jurassic World wave.
Yes. The vehicles are like really good actually. I actually have quite a few of them. Like
Yeah.
like the
Go on.
the Jeep and the what's the name of that really big one?
I don't know. I have it myself, and I forget the name.
Yeah, the one that launches the gyrosphere.
Mhm. So what? So what I imagine is maybe it'll be like the Jeep or car from the Lost World with the person who comes out on the side, and you would have that little thing out come over the top and trap the dinosaur.
You mean the catapult or?
The catapult. The catapult. It just yeets dinosaurs back into their enclosures.
Is that not what we were talking about?
Oh, bye bye, Blue. Boink.
I thought you were talking about like a capture net. I didn't think you were meant like transporter thing.
Uh, do you remember the vehicle from the Lost World which they captured the Pachycephalosaurus in?
Oh, something like that.
Yes.
Oh, I would love to see them make that.
Yes, I actually that would be.
Catapult.
I would buy that 100%. Yes, if it came with a Pachycephalosaurus, then yes.
The catapult.
See, it doesn't take much to make him laugh.
The catapult. Okay. So, that's one possibility for the vehicles. But what I really think we need from the vehicles, if we do end up getting any, is some kind of like a transport vehicle, which we can put the dinosaurs in and they'll actually fit.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
Hmm. Because my complaint with the big vehicle is that it's like only certain dinosaurs can fit in it, even
Yeah,
out of the smaller ones.
Yeah, I can sort of fit the baryonyx in it, but that's about as big as they can get.
So, Kaiju, what do you think of a vehicle idea?
Oh, I think that would be great. I think Legacy Collection could do amazing with vehicles because we only had what was it? The Jeep Wrangler. Yeah, that was we can get the Ford Explorer with the coloration on that. I would love to see again.
Can I just mention, on day one, when Jurassic World figures were released for the first ever time, my Smiths had had tons of Jeep Wranglers, but none of the humans were released yet.
Same here. The first thing I got was the Dimorphodon and the Jeep.
So I was thinking, what? Are the dinosaurs supposed to drive it?
Huh.
You know, maybe.
What a theory.
But hey, that's just a theory.
I'm not touching that.
A gay theory.
I'm
No.
not touching that.
Okay, here's another possibility for something else we can have. Play sets, maybe?
Trees.
Because
Trees and mountains. Trees, mountains, and volcanoes.
Because considering this series is called Dino Escape, the dinosaurs need somewhere to escape from.
That is true.
So maybe we could have like a compound with tons of fences, which the dinosaurs could maybe break out of certain destructible fences.
Maybe something like what they do with Thomas and Friends, where they just have like a separate pack that's tracks only. Where this one will be just fence only.
I would love that.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that would be cool. They should like put a vehicle in there as well. Maybe a repack of the Jeep.
Yeah, but that would be like that could be like a separate thing where it's just like less fences and one vehicle. But then like if they just want fences, there's like 20 fences in a single box or something, and you can connect them all and arrange them however you like.
Yeah, that would be.
I would buy like 20 of those.
Yeah, that would be really cool because then you could even make like separate cages with like 4x4 or 2x2s,
Yeah.
I should say.
And then
and then
like
you can
maybe
have like
another one
five.
with like just kaiju. Keep going.
And then you can maybe have like I think 5 cages if they were to put in like 20 or something in there. So that would be really nice.
Oh, the
And then,
possibilities.
yeah, that actually sounds like a really good investment.
It just depends if kids would actually buy it.
I know the big the occasional grown up who comes in would buy it.
Oh yeah, the grown up, definitely not the 16-year-old Brit.
Let's be fair, it's the same thing.
Yeah, sadly.
So yes, playsets are definite.
And then shall we bring up that that idea that Kaiju brought up?
Which one? I had several
The,
ideas.
the one that came up before we started recording about Jurassic World Alive.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for the viewers, Kaiju had an idea where maybe Mattel could have a crossover with Jurassic World Alive, where like for example they would take the Baryonyx and repaint it with the colors of the Baryonyx from Jurassic World Alive.
Yes.
Now I personally really like that idea, but I do have two critiques, which is that
Okay, let's hear them.
which is that they would probably only do that when the game gets released, because I say the game wouldn't be relevant enough now for them to actually make it.
And
We're not to discourage ideas, but this is mainly about Dino Escape and not about other possible line ideas.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was kind of like a separate idea from Dino Escape. If they were to in the future, I mean, I would like that.
Yeah, in
I
the
suppose.
future definitely, but at the time not really.
I mean, I would really like to see some of Jurassic World Alive's hybrids as toys. I would definitely buy those.
I highly doubt that they would create new molds for it.
Yeah, that's the disappointing thing.
Oh,
Still,
yeah,
it's just like a
so-
lot of there's like a lot of possibilities you could do with that. But back to escaping dinosaurs.
Yeah. Oh, that would actually be something cool, like escaping. If they were to make like a dino cage set where you had like fences for housing and dinosaurs, but there was like an action feature where it could escape. Like one of the fences can like be torn apart, basically. That would be really cool in my opinion.
Who knows? Maybe they could even make in like an electronic one where it's just like the feature where the pieces come off and it makes like electric sounds like it's breaking.
The possibilities are endless, but it all
Yeah.
depends. Not to down this here, but the only real problem is the money there?
True.
I assume so. I think a lot of people would buy it. Yeah.
Because
I mean,
go on.
Because I'm trying to think, because Mattel also owns like Thomas and Friends, and they have like similar things where they just sell tracks as a separate thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be like the same thing.
But the thing is, we already had a attempt at the playset in the past, and it didn't really get distributed that well.
Well, yeah. But
Well, that's their fault.
Good point.
It's not
Yeah.
because that seems to be a reoccurring problem with Mattel. The problem isn't kids aren't interested. The problem is kids can't find it.
The thing is, I don't think the problem is Mattel. I think the problem is the stores.
Well, yes.
No,
but
I
Mattel
think it's
also
thinking
has
that's
a
something to do with
website.
their it's something to do with their distribution as well. It's why I'm gonna bring in Thomas and Friends because that's also technically Mattel territory where the show just it was really starting to get good, as in for me because I'm a Thomas geek, and then suddenly it just started dropping, like they started dropping boulders on it because kids weren't watching because they weren't giving it to the kids. They were. It's like it only appears one episode a day at 6 a.m. in the morning. What kid is gonna be up at 6 a.m. in the morning?
Well, I remember when I watched Thomas, I was.
Yeah. I don't know. Playsets, if they could get their distribution right, I think would be good.
But knowing Mattel and how the Spinosaur, the blue Spinosaurus was supposed to appear in my stores, but the moment people started saying, "Hey, it's out now," like all the WalMarts nearby just stopped selling dinosaurs in general, and that just made me mad.
Oh yeah, the distribution was so bad, we made a whole entire video about it.
Yes.
yeah. With the
The thing is, England has never gotten any of the legacy humans. So
That's not saying much considering you still have the original Spinosaurus, and I've seen how your shelf it's stock full of Jurassic World stuff, while my Toys R Us and my Walmart is like it's either a small section dedicated to like a few dinosaurs here and there, or I go to Toys R Us and it's just a bunch of T-Rexes and Rev Up Stiggies.
rev up Stiggies.
You know, the thing where you say "let it rip" and the Stiggy just runs away.
That was a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's an army of them at Toys R Us, along with like armies of Owens and Blues.
I think that's mainly because nobody is buying them.
Yes, exactly.
Because
And they're just sitting there.
what kid wants a rev up Stiggy? If they want a Stiggy, they'll want an actual Stiggy.
And if they want to say "let it rip," they'll buy a Beyblade.
Mm-hmm.
Diggy go burr.
It just glides across the floor.
Yeah, that would be funny. But yeah, Mattel's distribution just really needs to get its game up. I think they're working on it though. From what I've seen, it's for the most part been better than it was at least a couple of years ago.
From
I mean, my birthday's coming up, so I'll just take a
Ooh.
look and see what they've what's shown up in the stores.
when is it?
The same day a Dinosaur Story remake is coming out.
Really?
Yes, that's why I chose that date.
Oh, that's awesome! Happy birthday, Zane.
Not yet. 2 days away.
Early happy birthday, Zane.
Close enough. Thank you.
The thing is, by the time this video releases, it'll most likely be like nearly a week since then.
Okay, then happy belated to me.
Okay, so any dinosaurs you want specifically, not on about any individual category, but any dinosaur you want overall.
I'm thinking Utah Raptor. Utah
Yes!
Raptor. Definitely Utah Raptor.
Any dinosaur I wanted?
Any. No restrictions, can be for any category. It can be a herbivore or a carnivore.
Liopleurodon. Ornithochirus.
Dunkleosteus.
Oh yeah, that would probably be mine. Either Dunkleosteus, Helicoprion, maybe.
Megalodon.
Oh yeah,
Mammoth. I want a mammoth. And a Smilodon.
Zane, I think you're forgetting that this is Jurassic World.
You said no
I didn't.
restrictions, so I'm not giving any restrictions.
Good point.
A
I should be more
chimpanzee, That would
specific.
be my pick. A chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee?
Okay, how about my favorite dinosaur, a vehicle which just slingshots dinosaurs?
The catapult.
Oh.
Dinosaur catapult.
The
Oh, hang
dinosaur
on, hold on.
catapult.
Okay, if we're going that territory, I want a an orange Triceratops, a blue Carnotaurus, a green Parasaurolophus, a red T-Rex, a purple Spinosaurus, and a purple Cytenia.
Are you just making the gay pride flag out of dinosaurs?
I was making Dinosaur King.
Look, viewers, if you're here for a actual serious discussion, just leave. We're just having fun now. We also need a horrifying orange Amargasaurus.
Now, that would actually probably work for like their sculpt of the Amargasaurus, like an orange or more orange color.
That would have worked out perfectly for Halloween.
That actually wouldn't look that half bad. It being orange.
Ooh, Coelophysis, that would be a dinosaur that would be
Ooh,
pretty
yes,
cool.
it would.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a nice one. What else do we want? Tropognathus?
Ooh.
Oh, they definitely need to make more like individual pterosaurs.
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe a upgraded Styracosaurus.
Oh,
Darwinopterus?
Oh yeah.
If
More
it doesn't,
baby
if it
dinosaurs.
doesn't interfere with Dominion, Therizinosaurus.
Lystrosaur. Oh wait, no, never mind. That definitely interferes with Dominion.
Oh yeah, Luchasaurus.
Okay, then Dilophosaurus.
Ooh. We're just yelling random names at this point.
I need
Gastonia.
baby. Ooh, oh yeah, that would be good.
Or even, or even better, a Gasosaurus. Oh wait, we already have a Gasosaurus. Oh,
You
it's
already
just too bad that most people can't get their hands on it, especially a certain Monster King.
Man, am I glad I'm not interested in the Gasosaurus at all.
Pain.
Oh, I know. I just remembered one that I definitely 100% need in my life. Caprosuchus.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Just yes.
Out of all the crocodilians, that is my favorite. And I need him in my life.
I nearly said Postosuchus, but then I just remembered, oh yeah, that crocodilian I have on my shelf is a Postosuchus.
Yes, and you have it on you made a video out of it where it just obliterated something.
Dinosaurus was going to be in Jurassic World, the Fallen Kingdom, actually, like a skeleton of it. So I'd like
Really?
to see a Dinosaurus. Yeah, there was a
Ooh.
deleted scene where a Dinosaurus skeleton would be shown.
Okay,
There were so many
that would be
deleted
nice.
scenes from Fallen Kingdom, which would make it a even better movie.
Okay, Indominus, that's a different video.
I want to make that video.
I don't know. should we just,
Gorgosaurus.
like I said, yeah, earlier, Gorgosaurus would be cool for like a massive biter-sized figure, definitely.
Lyphronax?
That would be a cool,
Like-
like a Horrivore.
Eutyrannus.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think you mean yes.
Shut up, Zane.
Oh, sure.
What else could we have?
Maybe a Jurassic World tour styled shirt on, like the typical green one, not the Jurassic Park the game kind.
Maybe a male Nazutoceratops to go along with the other one.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure the one we have isn't meant to be a male.
I thought that was meant
I
to be
mean,
a
I don't-
female.
I don't think they're gonna do that with like. I'm not sure they'll go that far. They'll probably just make the Nazutoceratops but lighter colors or something.
That's something I
what
kind
are
of noticed they're doing. Go ahead.
No, you go. Mine's less important.
I kind of noticed, like, for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, they put out a lot more accurate color schemes. Like, the Delta figure looks a lot better than the other one. Echo is debatable. The Charlie figure that they put out this year is a lot better than the other one they had. The Sticky Moloch figure that they had is a lot more accurate than the other one. What else?
And the and the Statoceratops is a nearly a exact image as to one we see in Camp Cretaceous.
Yeah, exactly. So they've kind of been on like a streak where they've been making more accurate creatures. I'd like to see them do that with a couple more dinosaurs, like Triceratops, and a Zoothoceratops, as you said.
I like how we're not even talking about the Dino Escape anymore, we're just talking about the Jurassic World line in general.
Oh well, in that case, everything we just said, but with a cage. There, done.
Yay!
Dinosaur slavery, hell yeah.
Also, speaking of Dino Escapes, how about something like this image I'm sending right now?
Oh.
What'd you send? What the? What am I looking at?
What have you done to this poor Stiggy Moloch?
Nothing. This is a knockoff Lego.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
I am serious. While on vacation, I went to a store full of knockoff, everything, or maybe just knockoff Legos. I can't remember. And this was one of them. I just found like 4 sets. This, blue, random raptor, and a Dilophosaurus, all dressed up as these crazy cars.
No, haven't you shown us in a video before?
I think so.
Because
What kind of?
I
remember.
thought you made it.
What kind of
I wish
absolute
I did.
nightmares?
I wish I did, but my Lego, I don't have this many complicated Lego pieces. Definitely not.
What is that
What
cursed
kind of
nightmare?
absolute nightmares lie in Canada?
This is not from Canada though. This is from like the other side of the world.
Top 10
okay.
most cursed images.
What are those things lying next to it? Is it like dead children?
Those are my homemade Troodons.
Oh, okay. I was like, is
Hold
that
on
dead
a
child?
second.
Wait,
Is this a plot detail for
wait, is
Movies
that like
United?
a person with eggs inside?
Yes, I'll send up like a better image. Hang on, here we go.
Okay. Those look pretty nice.
You see here, viewers, we got a little sneak peek.
Behind the scenes,
Not the
be
fake
like,
hair.
yeah. We're not even talking about Mattel anymore. We're just talking about these weird Legos.
And my homemade creations.
Your homemade nightmares.
Troodons.
Yes. Very scary.
Okay.
Yes. Now anyway. So back to Mattel, I guess.
Do we have anything else to say?
I don't know. I think we might be done.
Because this video is already over an hour long.
I'm done. I don't have anything left to say for like Dino Escape.
Neither do I.
Oh. Oh well.
So
I guess that is it then.
I guess we're done.
Yep.
That was different.
Very.
And terrifying. And funny.
So
Dinosaur catapult.
Dinosaur catapult.
I just want to like get that. I hope Mattel just makes it so I can load up Bumpy in there and just like fire him off.
Of course,
They probably
the
could do-
ultimate weapon, flying Bumpy.
Bumpy with wings.
Of
Monster
course, he
Bumpy,
sprouted
please.
wings and flew into the sky to find Ben.
Actually, the moment I thought of like flying Ankylosaurus, I just started thinking of Dino trucks because they actually did something like that.
You serious? Okay.
That might be like a fun video I can make. Like a.
So I
like,
believe
let's
this is
post
all
Bumpy
we have
fly.
to say.
Yes, we are done here.
So here has
Alright,
been
well.
Indominus Rex 01, and
Zane Reborn.
And King Kaiju.
Roaring to Victory.
Cockly Doodle Doo.
No,
Dinosaur
we're not roaring to
Catapult.
victory. We're roaring